Today we are going to learn about args and keyword args in Python. These are two special features that let you write functions that accept any number of arguments. By the end of this video, you will understand what they are, how to use them, and when they are useful. When you define a function in Python, you normally specify exactly how many arguments it accepts. If you want to add 3 numbers, you write 3 parameters. To add 5 numbers, you need a different function entirely. That is the problem fixed arguments create. Python gives you a way to fix this. You can write a single function that accepts any number of arguments. That is what args and keyword args are for. Instead of listing every parameter separately, you let Python collect whatever is passed in and handle it automatically. Args lets you pass any number of positional values into a function. You do not need to know in advance how many there will be. Python collects all of them and makes them available inside the function as one group. Placing a single asterisk in front of the parameter name is what makes this work. It tells Python to pack all the extra positional arguments together. Without the asterisk, the parameter is just a regular variable. With it, Python bundles everything up automatically. Those collected values are stored as a tuple inside the function. That means you can loop through them, check their length, or access individual items by index. A tuple is ordered, and its contents cannot be changed. The name args is just a convention. You can call it anything you like as long as the asterisk is there. The asterisk is what matters. The name itself is only there for readability and has no effect on behavior. Now, let us write a real function using args. It is called addAll, and it accepts any number of values. The first step is to define it with an asterisk before the parameter name, which tells Python to collect everything passed in. Once inside the function, the first thing we need is a variable to hold the running total. We set a variable called total to 0. This value will grow with each number we loop through. Next, we write a for loop to process each value. It goes through every item in numbers one at a time. On each pass, the variable n holds the current value being processed. On each pass through the loop, n is added to total. After every iteration, total grows by that amount. This continues until every value in the tuple has been processed and added. Returning total is the last step. Once the loop finishes, that value gets sent back to wherever the function was called from. Passing 5, 10, and 15 into the function shows it working. Python collects those values into a tuple, loops through each one, and adds them together. The final result returned is 30. That same function works no matter how many values you pass. You can call it with 2 values or 10 or 100. The function itself never changes. Python simply handles whatever comes in each time. Regular parameters must come before args in the function definition. Python fills regular parameters first, using the values you pass in order. Everything left over after that gets collected into args. The function greet takes a greeting as a regular parameter, followed by any number of names collected through args. The greeting is always the first argument. Everything passed after it goes into the names tuple. A for loop inside the function steps through every name in the names tuple one at a time. With the print statement now inside the loop, the function is complete. It runs once for every name collected in the tuple, printing the greeting paired with each name in turn. Passing hello, Sam, and Maya into the function shows it working. Hello goes to the greeting parameter. Sam and Maya are collected into names. The output prints hello Sam and hello Maya on separate lines. Now, let us look at keyword args. Where args collects extra positional values, keyword args collects extra keyword arguments. A keyword argument is one where you provide both a name and a value when calling the function. 2 asterisks before a parameter name is what makes keyword args work. This tells Python to pack all extra keyword arguments together into one place. 1 asterisk gives you a tuple of values. 2 asterisks give you a dictionary of name-value pairs. Everything collected by keyword args is stored as a dictionary inside the function. Each key is the argument name you passed in, and each value is what you assign to it. You can loop through it, access values by key, or check what keys exist. Just like args, the name keyword args is only a convention. The double asterisk is what is the actual work. You can name the parameter anything you like, as long as 2 asterisks appear directly before it. The function showInfo uses keyword args to collect its inputs. The double asterisk before details tells Python to take all keyword arguments passed to the function and store them together in a dictionary called details. The items method on the dictionary returns each key value pair one at a time as a small tuple. The for loop then unpacks each pair into a separate key variable and a separate value variable on every pass. Each iteration prints the key and value together on one line. This runs once for every key value pair stored in the dictionary, working through each entry until all of them have been printed. Passing name set to Alex and age set to 30 into showInfo sends 2 keyword arguments into the function. Both go into the details dictionary. The output prints name Alex on one line and age 30 on the next. Both args and keyword args can appear in the same function at the same time. This allows a single function to accept any number of positional values and any number of keyword arguments, all without knowing in advance what will be passed. Combining all 3 requires a specific order. Regular parameters come first, then args, then keyword args. Python will raise an error if this order is not followed, so it is important to remember. Bringing all 3 together, the profile function requires a name as a regular parameter, collects any number of hobbies through args, and then collects any number of extra details through keyword args. Name is printed first inside the function. This value comes from the regular parameter and must always be provided. Python will raise an error if name is missing when the function is called. Next, hobbies is printed. This is the tuple built from all the positional values passed after name. If no extra positional values are passed, hobbies will simply be an empty tuple. Finally, info is printed. This is the dictionary built from all the keyword arguments passed to the function. If no keyword arguments are provided, info will be an empty dictionary. Passing Alex, reading, coding, and age set to 30 into profile shows all 3 parts working together. Alex goes to name. Reading and coding go into the hobbies tuple. Age goes into the info dictionary. Each value prints on its own line. Beyond function definitions, the single asterisk has one more use. At the call site, it unpacks a list and spreads each item out as a separate positional argument. This lets you pass a list to a function that expects individual values. A list called nums holds 5, 10, and 15. Passing it to add all with a single asterisk in front tells Python to unpack the list. Each item is passed individually, as if you had typed them out one by one. The result is 30. Dictionaries can be unpacked in the same way using 2 asterisks at the call site. It unpacks a dictionary and spreads each key value pair out as a separate keyword argument. This lets you pass a dictionary to a function that expects named arguments. A dictionary holds name and age as its keys. Passing it to showInfo with 2 asterisks in front unpacks it into keyword arguments. The function receives name and age exactly as if you had typed each one out individually at the call site. That covers everything. Args collects extra positional values into a tuple. Keyword args collects extra keyword arguments into a dictionary. A single asterisk packs at the definition and unpacks at the call site. 2 asterisks do the same for named values.